honeymoon is over. Time for me to air the dirty laundry. In actual point of fact, all anyone knows about our president is what we've been told by way of sanitized information reminiscent of a Hollywood media press kit. For all intents and purposes, Mr. Obama has lived for 48 years without leaving any traces of his true identity, none. There is no Obama documentation, no records, no paper trail, nothing. This cannot be by accident, it has to be by design, done on purpose with complicity by the media and the powerful insiders who run the propaganda machinery of the United States. What do we really know? Missing hidden documents. Original vault copy of certificate of live birth in the US, not released. One version hidden in Hawaii, original found in Kenya. Certificate of live birth released, proven counterfeit. Obama-Dunham marriage license, not released. Soweto-Dunham marriage license, not released. Soweto adoption records, not released. Francis of Assisi application, released. Panahao school records, not released. Selected service registration, released, proven counterfeit. Occidental records, released, not released. Passport to Pakistan, not released. Columbia College records, not released. Columbia thesis, not released. Harvard College records, not released. Harvard Law Review articles, none. Maybe one, but was not signed. So who really wrote it? Baptismal certificate, none. Medical records, not released. Illinois State Senate records, none. Locked up and prohibited from public view. Illinois State Senate schedule, lost. All other Illinois senators' records are intact, but his got lost. Law practice client list, not released. University of Chicago scholarly articles, none. This woman, who is the governor of Hawaii, says, we ain't releasing shit. You don't have a vested interest in knowing this information. What are you talking about? I want to know if this man is supposed to be by law a citizen. Well, we will give you something. We'll give you this. This was posted for the Obama blog. But again, I'm not going to get too deeply involved in this because in Polyfacts and Fact Check, if you look at this, this is what was given. And came to find out that where it was released, all of the different places that this particular thing was released, in the Daily Kos, in the Fight the Smears, all of these was set up by the Obama campaign, PolitiFact, Fact Check. These were supposed to be diverse, separate groups looking into the legitimacy of the birth certificate, and each one of them came back that they took it from one source. Because if you look at the very same place underneath certificate, it is all blemished as if it was done from the same copy machine. So in the different blogs that's supposed to have given off different versions, that's supposed to legitimize the fact that he had a genuine birth certificate, they just took one and passed it on to everybody else, which didn't mean the damn thing. The forgery began its life as an actual scan of a real 2000 Hawaiian certificate of live birth that belonged to someone other than Obama. The image acquired by the scanner was then saved as a JPEG file. This is the file that was sent to the person who would do the actual forgery. Whoever this person was, he or she was sent the information that was going on the image. I doubt that, this is the dude who did the actual thing, his name was something dude. Got his name, he was a tech dude. And they found him out and they tried to bomb his house. I doubt that, and this guy's a master at depicting forging. I doubt that the forger was the same person who did the scan, or the scans plural. In my analysis, I discovered that there had to be more than one COLB image used to make the forgery. Whoever did the scan did not have Obama's real birth certificate on hand, nor did he or she pull the certificate information out of thin air. Only Obama himself knows the full truth of his birth origin, and only Obama could know which parts of these needed to be modified, however, and by some means that information needed to be relayed to the forger. Now, I'm just going to put these pieces of information up so that you could read it. He's talking about looking around this particular part right here, right where the child image there. That's where they said the forgery is shown. Because if you look around the names, you'll see that the word, it looks like it was superimposed. It was blurred right there at that point. So whoever it was that made the forgery put it on top of another one. Okay? And this, of course, is him talking about the permanent image versus the superimposed image. If you want to look at it, you can read it. It's just telling you more and more. I wanted to give you the information for you to follow so that we can tell you about pixels. The numbers of the pixels in there didn't match what was authentic birth certificate from there. Authentic birth certificate would have had different pixels. Okay? More information about DPI, fact-check images, and the 300 DPI, all of this technical stuff and techno-geeking stuff, I'm leaving to those for you to do your own assessment of it. Now, moving right along. This is the man that they are telling me and everyone else is the father of Barack Obama. Maybe he is. But I am going to show you my doubts. I am wrong. The doubts will come about, and I'm the first to admit it. Okay? All right, I'm looking at this man, and something tells me no. Why is that? Because essentially, something doesn't jive. I somehow can't see how that brother, and look, my son is here. When he stands next to his mother, you can see his mother. When he stands next to me, damn sure can see me. You sit that face against that face, I don't see the brother. And like I say, when the old women get together and they look, they bring a baby in and says, oh, look at my baby. And this is what's the daddy? Well, this is the daddy, and this. You know how I love our sisters. You know how the sisters go? The old ones. I'm not talking about it. It's their business. I don't see it. I may see a little bit of mama. But I don't see daddy. Why not? Because somehow I just can't seem to get. He looked more like his grandfather in this particular picture here. You can see a faint resemblance. Right. You can see the ears. You can see that. But you can also maybe even see it in the mother with the eyes. Look at the left eye of the mother and the left eye of Obama. You see, the mother and the father, they two generally looked alike anyway. So we don't even know who that woman is. That woman, I think her name is Maureen or Kathleen Dunham. But forensically speaking, I can't see it. All right? Now, of course we know what we're leading up to because all of you have seen the first video. That's one thing. But I'm going to take it a little bit further because according to Israeli intelligence sources, historically, Stanley Durham had a counter-espionage file. Stanley had joined the U.S. military during World War II. His wife, Madeline, that's who that was, worked for B-52 bombers in Wichita, Kansas. The source stated that, quote, Stanley Dunham Sr. was suspected of espionage. Boeing has a 1944 security file on Stanley Dunham in connection with suspected sabotage of the B-17G aircraft at their Wichita, Kansas plant and the theft of B-29 blueprints, a full set of which were passed to the German Abwehr, or German intelligence organization, via Lisbon in 1944. Now, the eyes of Obama and looks like, of course, the father, the grandfather. So yes, definitely, it could be that the daughter was the mother. But from what we understand and understand, that supposedly these pictures that you see of Barack Obama with his father, the truth is that these pictures actually happened when Ann Dunham found out that Barack Obama Sr. was in town to get together with his drinking buddies in Hawaii. To keep the lie going, she took Barack Jr. down there to take a picture with him while he was standing, waiting for his luggage to be cleared. So what happened there wasn't a great meeting and so forth. He just came there, she put him in front of him to take a picture. Take a look at that boy and take a look at that man. Something's going on. That brother is straight up has ancient features that would definitely dominate, especially over a white woman with the recessive strain. So we begin to look at the Luo, and we see that the Luo have discernible characteristics. The Luo people have a wide, round face, receding hairlines. You see Jomo Kenyatta. You see Minister Thomas Mboya. In fact, it was Thomas Mboya who appealed to President John F. Kennedy, and they got money to airlift 100 students from Kenya to be taught in the United States of America, and that's how Barack Sr. got to Hawaii on a scholarship from that Kenyan airlift. Okay? He was the first African on the newly founded state of Hawaii in 1959. They ain't seen black people down there. Very few whites, but there were browns, Asians. Good place for a white girl who was pregnant with a black baby to go and disappear. So now we look at the Luo and the nature characteristics of this people, this ancient people, and now they expect us to believe that we could put that face in there and somehow find a Luo in there.
Nope.
Now, again, everything is conjecture here. Don't start coming at me, all the brothers in Islam, the brothers who love Malcolm. Malcolm ain't live with no damn white woman. That's the first thing they're thinking about. They're not even looking at the forensics. No, hell no. Not on the wallet. I'm not besmirching anything. I'm trying to find out who this bastard is in the White House that got me, suspending my reason to listen to him for my heart to feel good. And wait a minute, hold on. I got to know where I'm getting ready to go, where my children are getting ready to go. And I did this much on Bush. And you saw that one when I broke down his whole lineage from Germany. So it's not I'm doing anything different because, oh, well, he's black and you don't like the brother? No, got nothing to do with it. So now we look at the forensics and we think that somehow something just don't look right. And it's like, oh shit, no, come on, no, bullshit. That ain't real, no, you just fabricated that. You did some real good work in Photoshop. Holy! So I started taking pictures. Do you know it took me like 25 hours of searching for pictures all over to try to put connections together. Why was he shuffled to Chicago? Why did he land in Chicago and live a few miles from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's space in Hyde Park? Why was he attracted there? Why was he cajoled? Why was he loved by the Muslim world, especially the radical Muslim world, by the left? Why did they love him? Why did Ayers, multimillionaire's son, have his first coming out in 2000 for politics in his living room?
He stole that royal blood.
So understand what I'm saying to you, that everybody knows who he is except us. He is royalty to them. And the very fact that they crippled Malcolm's grandson by way of his daughter by destroying that young boy early. And I'm pissed with the brothers for not going to that.